La mano del gamer.
Bienvenidos una vez más a La Mano del Gamer, chicos. Esto es Deadly Premonition. Recordáis que en el último episodio dimos una charla ante todo el pueblo explicando un poco de qué va el caso. Y ahora pues vamos a interrogar a la chica de tacones largos que encontramos el otro día.
Anna was an airhead.
What do you mean? Are you saying she was killed because she was an airhead? Or are you saying that she was an airhead for being killed?
Toma ya.
I'm sure she's still an airhead, even in heaven. She changed her hair every day. If she lost a pound, she'd be ecstatic. Gain one, and she'd almost be in tears. She broke many, many plates every day at the diner, and she'd always have a smile on her face. Always having fun. Everyone looked at her and knew she was a cute, adorable, loving airhead. But they would be smiling right along with her. I wouldn't be surprised if the angels smiled with her too.
Tenía un cierto encanto, ¿no? La chica era una tontorrona, pero seducía a la gente.
Isaiah said that Anna was a fairy of the forest, a goddess.
Hala. No le ha gustado, la idea de que los chavales hayan dicho que Ana era una diosa.
Good evening, Agent.
Brian el insomne, guarda del cementerio.
Good evening, Mr.
Brian, the gravekeeper. Brian.
Mr. Bryan. I like the retro look. Auditioning for Little Grave on the Prairie?
Anna. Oh, she was so beautiful. Too soon. Too soon to go to the grave. So sad. So sad.
I totally agree. That's why I'm here, looking for the one who did it. Were you close to her?
Anna. Her smile. So warm. Anna. Blonde hair. So bright.
Pues nada.
There's a graveyard somewhere in town, Zach. I'm not excited about the idea, but maybe we should at least check it out.
Hombre, sí. Podríamos ir a visitarlo, aunque sea solo por volver a ver a este tipo tan peculiar. Dos sospechosos. Venga, vaqueros. Una Q en el sombrero.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
So Anna was killed, but why does that bring the FBI here?
Empleado del bar de dardos.
I have an interest in murder cases involving young women.
Well, you know, man, this might just be another case to you, but it means the death of a friend to me. I don't want you taking this lightly like it's just another case.
I never take anything of this nature lightly, I assure you. I'm here to apprehend the perpetrator who did this.
Claro
Yeah,
que sí.
because local enforcement can't shine their own boots, right?
Good point. You can't always count on the police now, can you? But that doesn't mean you're going to capture the perpetrator yourself. Quint.
How do you know my name?
Chan chan.
I memorized the name of every citizen before arriving in town.
Es
I also
mentira.
know about you and your significant other.
You mean Becky?
Don't underestimate the FBI. We know and see everything.
Así que Becky es la novia de este chaval.
Sorry if I was a little harsh. I want to help, I do. Okay?
Okay, Zach, I'll tell you how I knew his
A
name.
ver.
He's got a small Q on his hat. That was the only name beginning with Q that I could think of. He was even kind enough to tell us his girlfriend's name. I can read him like a book, Zach.
O sea que por la Q del sombrero ha deducido que se llama Queen, que se podría haber llamado, pues no sé, Quentin o Keroro. Y luego ha deducido que tiene novia, pues porque es muy chuleta o algo, no sé. ¿Tú quién eres? Vaquero. Anda, una diana y una púa con una araña.
Right? I'm Richard Dunn, the owner of the darts bar, Swery 65.
Luego vamos a ir al bar de dardos algún día.
How'd you like the town?
Oh, it's great. Aside from the murder that happened here.
Yep. Murder just doesn't fit with a small town like ours.
Well, Richard, I'll have to correct you on that. Crimes don't care about size. big town, small town, just isn't a factor.
I guess you're right.
So, how did you know Anna?
I've known her since she was a child. She was the same age as my son. She always stood out, being pretty and all, just like her mother, Sally.
What do you know about
Sally
Sally?
es la madre
I went all through school with
de
her right here
la
in town.
asesinada
I never
entonces.
thought our children would be the same age.
I don't see her here today.
Ah, well, see, she lost her husband, and this time it's her daughter.
Perdió
She's
su
at home
marido
right
también.
now, trying to make peace with it all.
You seem to know a lot. How long have you been in love with her?
Hey, don't go there. That scar of yours tells me you got your hands full too, right? Let's not dive into personal matters. It'll be better for you and me.
You're right, Richard. Collecting gossip won't help with the matter at hand.
Muy bien, pues vamos a seguir con la ronda de interrogatorios.
Yeah! Hey there, FBI. I'm Keith Ingram.
Dueño del supermercado.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York. That's what everyone always calls me.
Okay, York. No problem, man.
So, Keith, I hear you run the Milk Barn convenience store.
That's right, man. Rock and roll!
Yeah, un
You sell
supermercado.
raincoats there by any chance?
Yeah, but nobody ever buys them, though. Anyone who wears one of them, I say, just ain't a rocker. But you know, that scar of yours, now that scar rocks.
This scar rocks?
La
That's a
cicatriz.
new one.
Todo el mundo le comenta lo de la
I'll drop by
cicatriz.
your store soon, and let's talk then.
Yeah, cool, man. Rock on, FBI!
Madre mía. Vale, pues este es el que hemos visto antes bailando en su casa. Sin comentarios. Estos dos son los padres de los gemelos, no nos olvidemos.
You're Isaac and Isaiah's mother?
Yes, I'm Lily.
Lily Ingram. Uy, perdón.
I'm FBI Special Agent...
Agent York, right?
You are good.
The handsome special agent from the big city. The facial scar trademark. The way you introduce yourself. Everyone's talking
Ya se
about
está labrando una
Well, I
fama
can't say
este
much
tío.
about the scar. But the way I introduce myself, Zach and I consider it a kind of ritual of sorts.
Everyone
O
has
sea
their
que se
own
presenta
rituals.
así porque es un
It's
ritual
like
que tiene con Zack.
Always leaving the
Lo
house
de
left
llámame
foot
York.
first. It's one of those
Eso es un
things.
ritual.
You certainly are a funny one.
Demasiados misterios tiene este York, ¿verdad?
So, have you noticed anything strange or out of
Me
place?
encanta cómo se
recently?
toca así siempre.
Well, Becky's been taking a couple of days off from work, but aside from that, I heard she was in shock after the murder. But,
You think there's something else?
well, I took the boys along to see her today. She's always so kind to them, and they love seeing her too. But she took in the boys and told me to wait outside. Something about a special secret between just the three of them.
Toma
I
ya.
just couldn't understand it.
Now that's interesting. Thank you, Lily.
Perhaps we should give Becky a visit tomorrow, Zach.
Pues sí, sería un buen plan. Tendríamos que ir a visitar a Becky. O sea que Becky, que es la que cuidaba de los gemelos, les ha dicho de hablar a solas. Mal asunto. A ver, Wesley Snipes.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York.
Wesley, owner of the gun store called Panda Bear.
Anda,
People around here
Wesley.
call me the gunsmith.
Bueno, el dueño de la armería.
Was there something you want to ask me?
How do you make a living running a gun store in a place like this? I'd be worried because there can't be that many customers.
Worry gives a small thing a big shadow. I do gunsmith work in my shop, too. If you got the skills, the customers find you. All you need is a network.
I hope so.
Eso es lo que tengo. Bueno, y aquí podemos consultar, pues, lo que nos vende este hombre. Esto ya lo tenemos. Balas y piruletas. Por supuesto, nunca habéis ido a una tienda de armas. También venden piruletas.
You've got quite a selection here.
Pero las vendes.
No wonder people come from all around.
Even today, a customer paid me to go to Seattle for some help. I just got back.
I see. Well, I'll be sure to visit your store sometime. I'd like for you to take a look at my gun.
Dios,
Understood. Look forward
eso ha
to it.
sonado a diálogo de
The
peli
shop will be
porno.
open again tomorrow. It's usually open from 2000 to 0600. See you then.
Es una tienda que abre por la noche y cierra por la mañana. Es cuanto menos peculiar. Olivia, háblanos, Olivia. ¿Eh?
Can you tell me if you noticed anything strange about Anna before the incident?
Well, I'm not sure if this will be of any help, but...
Anything, no matter how small, could be of help.
Well, you see, the diner closes when it rains. Many shops do that around here, as you might have heard. Anyway, Anna always seemed unfocused the day after it rained. And came in late, too.
Los
It
días
was
después
almost
de la
as if she
lluvia.
used up all her energy the day before. Come to think of it, that was really strange. Did that legendary monster really kill her?
It wasn't a monster. Just a criminal. Criminal I'm going to catch and bring to justice.
Me están poniendo nerviosos, las moscas estas que me salen. Por favor, me quiero cambiar de ropa ya. Así que Ana Graham está cansada los días después de lluvia.
I'm U.S. Special Agent Francis York Morgan. I presume you are the owner of the diner that Anna worked at?
That's right.
Este es el bueno de Nick.
I'd like to ask you a few questions about Anna Graham. Did you notice anything strange about her prior to the incident? Nick, are you hiding something?
No, nothing.
You're sure?
I'm sorry, but I don't like repeating myself.
Poco hablador, ¿no? Bueno, en fin. Hombre, Usha. Usha.
Agent York, you make any progress?
Sí, ahora tengo moscas.
Of course, plenty. Tell me, Usha, when is Anna's funeral?
That's still undecided. Sally isn't really in any condition to do it right now.
Her mother? I don't see her here.
Anna was her sole reason for living after her husband was deceased. Well, she's probably huddled up at home.
And I should probably take some time to pay her a visit.
Well, yes, you should. And I'd appreciate it if you could, too. But don't go too hard on her, okay?
Pues vale, parece ser que vamos a visitar a la madre. Lógico por otro lado.
Are you getting closer to catching the murderer?
Hello again, Fiona. Good to see you here.
Well, Dr. Johnson told me to be here. He said it would be important.
Well, that was good advice. He may be young, but he seems like a wise man.
Oh, and he's a very hard-working person, too. Everyone thinks he's some kind of weirdo, but I don't think so at all. People don't understand why he's in the autopsy room all day, but I do. He's doing research to make the world a better place in the future. You know, he already made a fortune in LA with his career.
I did not know that.
You
¿Y
didn't?
bien? Ah,
Oh, the doctor is a very rich man.
¿ah, sí?
He has a really big house over by the lake.
Anda. Habrá que ir a espiarle.
Amazing, Zach. He must be loaded. Rich and young. A perfect combination.
But you don't get that feeling from him at all, do you? He doesn't show it. That's one of the things I like best about him.
Well, I could have been fooled if it weren't for you. Thanks for the valuable information, Fiona.
¿Qué? En fin. Oh, mira.
So you're the FBI agent, are you?
Dios. Es el Big Boss de Metal
I'm
Gear.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
I'm the general. I fought for my country in the Vietnam War.
Huh?
A real-life war hero. So why are you living here?
Soldier, this is my hometown.
After a man returns from war, there's no place to go other than his hometown. In your little speech, you mentioned the raincoat killer.
Was that a problem?
You imbecile. The raincoat killer's no myth, not mere folklore, and a fairy tale. It's based on actual events that happened in this town.
It is. I'm interested. Can you tell me more about this?
You kids today don't even know how to ask for something right. Soldier, if you want to hear more, you come to my office.
Vaya. Así que no es un
He
mito.
literally exudes raw power, Zach. Despite the credibility issues, we should give him a visit.
One thing, though. Calls himself a general, but isn't that a sergeant's uniform?
Cierto. Cierto. Tenía en el hombro, tenía el grado. Pues es verdad. Poli, ¿qué estás mirando? Poli, una medalla es mía.
Mr. Morgan, you're quite an impressive public speaker.
Y tú caminas muy rápido cuando quieres, Poli.
You reminded me a little of a play I saw when I was younger.
What kind of play?
I'm talking about back when this place was still called the Mercury Theater. When I was young, I used to come here often with my husband. God rest his soul. We'd come on the weekend to see the latest play. He'd always pretend to be uninterested, but I could tell he was excited inside. He was just one of those kind of guys, really, thinking about it now.
Really, Polly? So what's your favorite play?
Oh, well, I like so many. There was one in particular, but I can't recall the name anymore. Oh, it was a very famous one, too.
Something by Shakespeare?
Oh, no, nothing. One more bell that doesn't ring anymore. I've always been forgetful about the plays we used to see anyway. Oh, and my husband would get angry at me for forgetting what we saw. He'd go on for hours retelling what the play was about. His eyes were so sparkling, like a happy young boy.
I see.
Ya está, Poli, ya está.
So, what's your favorite play?
Oh, I almost forgot, Mr. Morgan. We're going to have another guest soon. I have to get back and get things ready. Sorry for having to hurry away. I'll see you back at the hotel.
Zach, I think she could embarrass the toughest of the FBI's interrogators. She successfully avoided answering my questions, Zach.
Totalmente cierto,
Amazing.
No, totalmente cierto. O sea, cada vez que hablamos con esta mujer no sacamos nada en claro. Pero bueno, mira, una información curiosa. Va a llegar un nuevo huésped al hotel. Jim, háblame, Jim.
Jim, thanks for your help in the forest.
Ayuda, ¿qué
Isaac and
ayuda?
Isaiah?
No nos ayuda en nada.
Fine.
They really seem to love their grandpa.
Well, I guess they do, son. I want to keep them away from the filth of the material world as much as I can.
Materialista. Ajá.
Their mother agrees, which is why she lets me take care of them so often. And that's why I want you to solve
Vale, este es el viejales que cuida a los gemelos con permiso de la madre, que es la que está casada con el rockero.
I guess I reek of the material
Otra vez la
world, don't
cicatriz. Nada, que te pegó la cicatriz.
I have to in order to do my job. But I understand what you mean.
I'd think the same if I was born in a place like this, Zach.
¿La gente nacida en pueblos odia el materialismo? Decídmelo vosotros. Si alguno de vosotros ha nacido en un pueblo, por favor, poned en los comentarios qué opináis sobre el materialismo. ¿Qué pasa? Vaya par.
I ain't got nothing to tell the cops.
My God. Jack Toro Salvaje. Esto no... Dueño de la gasolinera. Esto es una peli de Scorsese.
Shut up.
At least give me your name.
I'm Jack. They call me Raging Bull.
That's a manly nickname.
If you want info, it'll cost you. I only talk to Ben Franklin.
You know, first impressions are important. I can detain you for a few days, and maybe you'll become more fun to meet.
Zach, this is a waste of time. Let's go.
No sé, te han reído en la puta cara, ¿eh? Yo no sé. Bueno, ya está. Vámonos. What?
Hey, good looking. Nice speech.
Gina la Rosa. Gina la Rosa. La mujer de Jack.
And you are?
Oh, I'm Gina. I'm married to Jack. He runs the gas station. Call me the Rose.
You look pretty revealing.
Oh, this old thing. Oh, you should see some of my other clothes. You? Oh, now you are cool. That scar really is a turn-on. You should come to my station. I'll give you a little extra service.
Madre
That would be
mía.
great. Can't believe how expensive gasoline is nowadays. Some extra service would be great. Now about my
no lo
coat,
pilla.
please. Do you have any information on Anna? Have you seen anything suspicious?
Oh, I don't know. Talk to my hubby about the difficult stuff, okay?
Las cosas
This
difíciles.
is getting us nowhere, Zach.
Es muy difícil hablar sobre una persona. No me llega el cerebro. Bueno. La olla, la olla. Va con guantes, ¿eh? Debe estar muy caliente.
Oh my pot is getting cold.
Sígueme la errante. Apodo, la mujer de la olla.
Hey,
Esta de la olla.
mister, my pot is getting cold.
You are... who?
What are you saying? I'm Sigourney. Sigourney.
Sigourney.
Sigourney.
Okay. Now, what is the matter? Can you explain?
No time for chatting. I need to hurry. My pot is getting colder. Oh, you're useless.
No es normal, se está
Zach, we've met
desesperando.
all sorts today, but really, she takes the cake.
Estoy de acuerdo. Muy bien.
Agent Morgan, I'd like to let everyone go home now. Let's go outside.
Vale, pero por favor, ya vale con las moscas estas. Madre mía, qué personajes, tenemos en el pueblo. Bueno, nos falta por conocer a la madre de Anna, de la asesinada, que se llama Sally, y a Becky, que era la encargada de cuidar a los gemelos, y que parece ser que el día después del asesinato quiso hablar a solas con ellos, y que para que les guardase un secreto o algo así. Muy bien, llevamos 2 días en el pueblo, 40 enemigos reclutados, 4 horas y media de juego ya, qué barbaridad. Bueno chicos, pues creo que lo vamos a dejar aquí. Como ya sabéis, mañana vamos a intentar investigar la madre de Anna Graham y esta chica misteriosa, Becky, que parece ser que tiene alguna relación extraña con los 2 gemelos chungos. Así que nada, mañana continuamos la investigación espiando a gente a través de las ventanas, con moscas rodeándonos, hablando con mujeres a las cuales se les enfría la olla, lo normal en la vida de un policía. Pues nada chicos, cuidaos mucho y nos vemos en el próximo vídeo de Deadly Premonition, aquí en la mano del gamer.